Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cece here. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and watch this video. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Definitely hit that red subscribe button so that you do not miss any more uploads from me. And if you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. So you guys, I am starting to get over my cold. I'm still a little bit of nasaliness going on, but I am feeling a lot better than I felt in the last video. So hopefully in my next video I will be completely over this cold, because I've had it for over a week now and I'm so over it. But in this video, we're actually going to be doing my empties. If you are new to these types of videos, basically what I'll be doing is going through about 2 months or so of products that I have accumulated, that I have completely used up, or I'm just deciding to trash because I don't like them anymore, or I don't use them or something like that. And I let you guys know what I think about them and let you know if these are items that I would repurchase or items that I would definitely not repurchase. And I actually like doing these types of videos because I feel like it gives you a really good idea of if products are good or not. Because, I mean, if you've used the whole thing, obviously you can give a pretty good review on it. So I have lots and lots of empties to go through, so I'm not going to make this a super long intro. We're just going to go ahead and get right into this. Per usual, I have this big Sephora bag full of empties. I'm not going in any kind of order or anything. I'm just gonna start randomly pulling things out. So the first thing that I have is this Soft Soap Luminous Oils Macadamia Oil and Peony Body Wash, which I actually just used up yesterday. I definitely need to go out and get more body wash because we are completely out. But this one actually has a really like perfumey kind of smell. So if you're not into like really strong perfume type smells, you probably won't like this. I did like this more than the other soft soap one that I talked about in my last empties, because I really wasn't a fan of that one. I felt like the formula of this one was actually better. It lathered better. It felt better on my skin. So I would definitely repurchase this, just probably not in this scent though, because it was just a little too strong for me. The next thing that I have in here that I have completely used up is this CVS Hydrating Daily Facials. These are the dupe cloths for the Oil of Olay Daily Facial ones, and these are so good, you guys. Like, this is the second time. This is my first repurchase, so this is the second one of these that I've gone through, and I really love these. I've been using it as pretty much my first step to remove my makeup, and then I go in with my cleanser and just further clean my skin. But these are really good, so I definitely recommend those. The next thing that I have in here is this NYX Dewy Finish, and I know you guys are probably like, wait, aren't you oily? I actually had this in my freelance kit for clients, and then I had started using it just to like wet my brushes and, you know, just make my eyeshadow pop a little bit more. So I can't say if this is good, you know, for dry skin, because obviously I can't speak on that because I have oily skin, but it was really good to just like wet your brushes to make your eyeshadow stand out a little bit more. So yeah, that's that. The next thing I have is what we were just talking about, that soft soap. This is the Soft Soap Body Butter Heavenly Vanilla. Like I said, I really didn't care for this one. I felt like this one just really didn't lather all that well, and it kind of like, not really a residue, but it just kind of felt weird on the skin, and I really did not care for this one, so I would not repurchase this. The next thing that I have in here is this Glade Hawaiian Breeze air freshener. I love this scent, you guys. I use this all the time at work. For those of you who don't know, I am a therapist full-time, so just having different people coming in and out your office, I always like to keep my office smelling just nice and fresh, so I like to spray after my clients leave, and this scent just smells so, so good. It just has like a mango papaya kind of smell, and I absolutely love it. So I have repurchased this probably 2 or 3 times already. I absolutely love this air freshener, and you can actually find Glade at the Dollar Tree, which is awesome. The next thing that I have in here is not a complete empty, but I'm just over it at this point. It's the City Color 3X Volume and Length Mascara. It looks like that. I use this in tutorials. It's weird because I first discovered this in an Ipsy bag like a long time ago, and maybe because it was my first time using it, I was like, oh, this is such an awesome mascara. I absolutely love it. And I was actually looking for it online to repurchase, and I couldn't find it, and then I happened to find it at like a Marshall's, I think, and it was like $2, so I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get this. And when I used it this time, it did absolutely nothing for my lashes. Like, it didn't make them look voluminous or bold or lengthened or anything. It just made them, I don't know, like it didn't do anything. And then the brush, I'm just gonna show you guys the brush. So this is the brush. It's this really weird, like spiky applicator, and it honestly feels like kind of painful on your eyes when you use it. It's just like so super rough, and definitely not a fan of that. So I would not be repurchasing that. Makeup wipes, you guys know these acne wipes from the Dollar Tree have been bae for a long time. I really, really like these. No complaints about those. So I'm definitely repurchasing those. I did go through this simple cleansing facial wipes I got in my BeautyCon box, I want to say. And this only came with 7. So I wasn't a fan of that. They worked okay. I mean, with me, makeup wipes, it's like if you try them on, you try them on. Like, you know, there's really no one brand to me that just sticks out. I just usually go for this one because, I mean, they're at the Dollar Tree. $34 is a super great deal. These, I feel like, are more pricey at, like, CVS and, I know CVS has them. I'm not sure if Walgreens has these, but I know CVS has them, and I'm just like, I'm not going to pay all that money for makeup wipes when I can just go to the Dollar Tree and get the ones at the Dollar Tree. So they did work well, but I mean, I'm cheap, so I like to go for whatever is cheaper. So I'm just gonna stick with my acne wipes until I find something that really, really just like makes me want to spend the extra money. So I went through this Maybelline Baby Lips. This is the red one, and it's Cherry Me. This was actually good. I did like using this when I had it. It just adds like a nice little tint to the lips, and it's really moisturizing. I really liked it. I probably won't repurchase it right away though, because I have probably like 2 or 3 other balms that I need to go through and use those up. But once I use those, if I don't find anything else that I like, I'll definitely go back to this one, because this one was really affordable at the drugstore. And then I used up my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. You guys know, like, this is bae. Like, I have been loving this for so long. And this is, like, the only setting spray that helps keep me matte all throughout the day, and I don't have to worry about my makeup sliding off of my face or anything like that. So, absolutely love that one. These 2 palettes here by NYX, I'm getting rid of them just because they are expired. I've had them for a solid 2 years, and as you can see on the inside, I've definitely loved them because I've hit pan on several of the colors. This is the NYX Merci Beaucoup Love in Paris palette that looks like that. And then this one, I didn't get a whole lot of usage out of. This is the Pardon My French palette that looks like that. These are all like shimmer shades, and they're nice shades, but I just feel like I have a ton of other shades in my collection that are like pretty much just like that. So I didn't really get a lot of use out of that one. I really like this one though, because you have like your mattes and your shimmers. So yeah, I went through those. The next thing I have is a sample that I got from Sephora. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. I did not like this, you guys. Like, and I know that's gonna surprise people because everybody on YouTube really hypes up this foundation. Like, it is just so good. So it made me want to go out and try it. And when she matched me, the match thing on the Sephora website is so unreliable because it matched me to a super dark shade. And so I wanted to go in store to get actually like color match because I knew that was too dark for me. So she matched me to shade 3.5. And when I put it on, I don't know, like it just made my face look ghost-like, you know, like it was the perfect shade for me, but I just wasn't a fan of how it went on, and it oxidized, so it got like super dark once it oxidized, and I wasn't a fan of that, and it just didn't like blend well, and it just was kind of chalky, and I just like was not a fan of it. So I'm definitely not repurchasing. All right, the next thing that I have in here is the Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder. I have had this powder for so long. Well, not this one. I have been using this powder for so long is what I meant to say. I have repurchased this probably 4 or 5 times. I absolutely love this powder. If you are oily, you definitely need it in your life because it's a really awesome powder. The next thing I wanted to talk about is this Boscia No Pores No Shine T-Zone Treatment. This is a primer that I actually got from Marshall's. I found it in there and it was like $9.99, so I was like, Boscia for $9.99? Yes, girl, need that in my life. So I was really excited to try it, but it didn't do anything for me. Like, I was in between. I had ran out of my Becca Ever Matte, and I'm always looking to see if there's anything out there that works better than Becca because, let's be real, Becca is expensive and I'm cheap. So I was like, well, maybe this will be a really good dupe, and it just wasn't. So as far as I'm concerned, the Becca is the top of the line as far as mattifying primers go. I haven't found anything that works better, in my opinion. Okay, so the next product, I'm so sad that this did not work out for me because I really wanted it to. It's the Proactive Skin Purifying Mask. I actually got this in the giveaway that Makeup by Shay did for her birthday, and I was so excited because I used to use this all the time way back in the day, like probably before I even started my YouTube channel, and back then it did help to clear up my acne, but I used this maybe one time, and the same week that I used it, I had like all these little bumps that I started to see on the side of my face, like new bumps, and I was like, okay, how do you use a clarifying mask and then you break out? That is not the business. So I don't know, like, if my skin has just changed, and I don't know, but this just didn't work out for me, so I'm definitely not going to be using that again. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is this Drunk Elephant TLC Glycolic Night Serum that looks like that. I got this in my Sephora Play last month, I want to say. It was my October Sephora Play, and it just made my skin feel sticky. I like to use hydrating products at night just to kind of balance out my oily skin, but this just didn't really do anything but make my skin sticky, so not going to be repurchasing that. The next product I'm on the fence about repurchasing. It's the Dr. Jart Water Drop Hydrating Moisturizer. I also got this in a Sephora Play. This was okay. As you can see, I've used about this much of it from here to here. So I still have a good amount left, but it's weird. Like, it comes out and it's not like a lotion and it's not watery. It's kind of in between, and it just feels really weird when I put it on my face. I don't really like the way that it feels, and it just makes my face feel wet, but not really like hydrating. I don't know how to explain it, but I wasn't really a fan of the formulation of this one. So I don't know if I would repurchase that, but probably not. The next thing that I have in here is another Sephora Play product. This is by Estee Lauder. It's the Estee Edit Flash Photo Gloss. It looks like that. And this also came in my October Play. And I wanted to like this because this has like a blue tint in it and it's supposed to make your teeth look whiter. But like when you take it out, like I'll show you guys. So you take it out and as you can see, there's barely any gloss on here. Like look at that. Like there's basically no gloss. So you have to like get in there and really, you know, work it. And you still only just get a little bit of gloss that comes out. And it just feels very sticky. And it's really hard to spread around on your lips. So I just was not a fan of that. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't purchase the full size of that. Now this product right here though is a must repurchase. Like must. This is the... what is this even called? This is the Sephora Green Tea Sleeping Mask. It's like this little, like mask pack, I guess. They're like, these are $4 at Sephora. And this is how it looks. And this little mask pack or whatever it's called, you can actually get like 2 to 3 uses out of this one. And you guys, like this is supposed to be a overnight mask. So basically the point of this is you would put this on at nighttime, leave it on. You don't have to rinse it off or anything. You just leave it on, you sleep in it, and then you wake up to your skin just feeling like really just nice and hydrated. And this is actually supposed to purify the skin, reduces the appearance of imperfections, and it's supposed to help keep you matte. And let me tell y'all, this actually keeps you matte. Like if you're oily, you need this in your life. It is so good. What I actually did, I actually cheated a little bit with this. You're supposed to leave it on overnight, but what I would do is as soon as I would wake up in the morning and I would do like, you know, my cleanser and my skincare and stuff, instead of going in with my moisturizer right away, I would actually put this on, walk around, you know, make me some juice, get dressed and everything. And then when it came time for me to put my makeup on, this would be dried on my face already. And then I would just go in with whatever moisturizer that I normally use on top of it. And literally, you guys, oh my gosh, your skin will be matte. Like, all throughout the day. I've even used it with my Becca Ever Matte because sometimes when you use a lot of matte products together, it just dries out your skin, but that didn't happen with me. So yeah, they're $4. I definitely plan on repurchasing a bunch of them because Sephora has this really annoying habit of discontinuing things that I like. So I definitely want to stock up and make sure that I have plenty of those just in case they discontinue it. But yeah, you definitely need to check out that mask if you haven't already. Okay, so I went through this Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer, which I actually really love this bronzer. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's kind of like half and half. So half is more of like a shimmery and half is more of a matte, and you just swirl them together and oh my gosh, it just gives you the most pretty, just sun-kissed glow to your face without being like, you know, really orangey and just looking like you have like a bad tan. Like this is just a really good bronzer, so definitely check that out if you have not already. Then the next thing that I have is, of course, cold medicine. This is the Walgreens Nighttime Multi-Symptom Cold Plus Flu Medicine. I only used this one time because apparently the last time I had a cold, I had used like a lot of this, so there was only 1 dose left, so I just used 1 dose of this, and then I went back and I got I want to say just the CVS brand that they had, just because it was the cheapest. So I mean, you know, this was okay. I wouldn't say like, oh, rush out and get this if you have a cold, because obviously I still have my cold, so it didn't like exactly knock it out right away. But I mean, it was decent for what it was. The next thing that I have is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation. I am in the shade 50 Natural Beige. I have repurchased that foundation probably twice so far, and I don't know, like, I like it because it goes on smooth and it feels really good on the skin, but I almost feel like it makes me oily. I don't really feel like it's the best foundation for oily skin. If you mix it with a mattifying foundation, like I've been mixing it with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless, and that kind of helps a little bit, but I still feel like there's still like, you know, here, definitely like middle of my forehead and my nose, like I have a lot of oil peeking through, versus like when I use my Milani 2+1 foundation, I don't really have that issue. So I probably wouldn't repurchase it just for that reason, because I feel like it kind of accentuates my oils in my skin. So, but I mean, it is a really good foundation. If you have more like oily combination skin or dry skin, I think it would be really, really good foundation for you. Okay. So I went through this Biore Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser that looks like that. You guys, this right here is holy freaking grail cleanser. Like, absolutely love this cleanser. For me, having oily skin and I have enlarged pores, this is just amazing. It deep cleans the skin. You guys know charcoal is really good for deep cleaning the skin. It says that it deep cleans 2 times better and naturally purifies. And you guys, I believe it. Like, when I go in and I clean my skin with this, any makeup that I have left over in my pores after washing my makeup off, it goes and it takes care of that. And even when I go in with my toner, typically, I would still have like makeup on my pad, but since I've been using this cleanser, like literally when I go in with my toner, there's virtually no dirt or oil or makeup on my cotton pad, which never happens. So I love this stuff. I did repurchase this and I just absolutely love it. So if you just want like a really deep cleaning, if you want a cleanser that will really just get in and just get all the dirt and gunk out of your skin, or if you have oily skin, you definitely need to try this because it is amazing. So on a whim, I just kind of got this emoji tape from the Dollar Tree, and I was like, oh, this will be something cute just to use in tutorials, you know, and I want to put the tape on the side of my eye. So as you can see, it's really, really hard to rip the tape. Like this little thing right here where you're supposed to rip the tape off, like it just doesn't. And then this is the most flimsy tape ever. Like it's not even sticky. So I used it one time and I was like, no, that is an epic fail. Won't be using that. The next thing that I have in here is a palette that I'm getting rid of. This is the Disney and e.l.f. collaboration. This is the Belle face palette that looks like that. And this is what the inside looks like. So you get a bronzer, a blush, and then like a highlighter. I hated the highlighter on this. Maybe if you have like porcelain skin, it would show up, but that's the highlighter. That's how it looks on the skin. So, I mean, it just, I don't know, it doesn't show up. I really did like the blush on this, though. I felt like the blush was just a really nice neutral pinky color. The bronzer, I feel like was super, super dark on me. So, I basically used this as more of a contour. Or if I just was like like definitely like now in the fall and winter months where I'm super, super pale, I could use this as a bronzer. I've had this for exactly 2 years, so it was definitely time to get rid of it. If they came back out with this, or if I could find this again, I probably would repurchase it only for the blush and the bronzer, definitely not the highlighter. Okay, so speaking of Disney collaborations, this came in my Disney Ursula Villains palette. This is just a lip gloss, and this is called Sorceress of the Sea. And it used to be this color down here, but I have a bad habit of using glosses for a lot of different lip colors, and I forget to clean off the applicator. So this is what it looks like now. So it's like red and orange mixed together. It's a decent gloss, but I don't know. I haven't been into it. I haven't really pulled for it lately. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this because I don't use it. This gloss right here, I really, really wanted to love. This is the Buxom gloss, and it's in the shade Sugar. It looks like that. I got this in that Sephora Favorites lip kit that I hauled not too long ago. I really, really love the color, but I've never used a Buxom gloss before. And when I used this gloss, it had more, it was a tingly sensation, but to me, it almost like burned my lips. Like I don't know. I guess that's the formula of these, but to me, it wasn't like, oh, this is tingly. It was like, this shit burns. Like, this really is painful. So I used it one time and I was like, you know what? This is not for me. It's almost gave me that sensation like lip plumpers, how they can feel like kind of like burning, irritating. And I don't need that in my life. So trashing that. The next thing that I'm getting rid of is this Too Faced sketch marker that looks like that. This came in that Nikki Tutorials Power of Makeup collection that she did, and I really wanted to like this. This is the applicator, but no matter how I tried to use this, it was just awkward. Like, I tried to use just the very tip to get my wing liner, and I tried to use it on the side, and it skipped. It kind of tugged at my skin, and I just could not get this to work for me, so getting rid of that. The next thing that I have that I completely use this up, this is the Kat Von D Trooper Liner. Looks like that. When I did that Halloween look where I did like the Iron Man mask and I went all around my face, I used this, so that basically used up this liner. This is what the tip looks like in case you're not familiar with it. And I did enjoy using this, maybe because it was a sample size, but I was kind of disappointed that this only lasted me like a month. I would have been like really pissed because I think the full size is almost like 30 bucks. And if I would have went through that quickly, like that would have like pissed me off. So I don't know, like I did like this. I feel like if you're just gonna do a really small winged liner, it's good for that, but to kind of like build it up and do like a bigger wing or like a tapered one where it starts out small and gets like bigger towards the end, which is what I usually like to do with my wing liner, I felt like it was really, really difficult, and I ended up having to go over top of this with a liquid liner, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I probably wouldn't repurchase that one just for that reason. Okay, so the next thing that I have in here is this L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner in black, which looks like that, which I'm getting rid of this because I don't even know how long I've had this. Like, seriously, like I have had this for so freaking long. It probably is expired and I've been using it anyway. I definitely want to repurchase this though, because like, do you see how chubby this is? This is like the perfect size to just get in, and you can tightline with this like no other that I've used. And you could also use it as a bottom liner. It is so, so black, so good. I absolutely love it. So I'm definitely planning on repurchasing that. The next thing that I have in here is this L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Mascara that I all used up. I absolutely love this mascara. It is so, so good. I will show you the applicator in case you haven't seen it. So this is the applicator. So as you can see, it's like curved and it's almost like a comb for your lashes. Like it just goes in at the base of your lashes and combs through them, separates them, lifts them, defines them. I absolutely love this mascara. I would definitely repurchase it. I have this mascara. This is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect mascara. This is a repurchase. I had one of these before and I ended up repurchasing it in a kit that I got at Ulta. I do like this, however, I feel like you have to be very, very, very light-handed with this, because if you're not, it will, like, your lashes will not clump together, but like your top lashes and your bottom lashes, it gets so sticky that when you blink, your lashes almost like stick together when you blink, and it's just very, very awkward. So I would say, like, if you're gonna get this, it is a good mascara, but just be very, very light-handed with it. The next thing that I have in here is this e.l.f. I don't even know what this is called. It's just like the under eye hydrator. And it has this little like rollerball applicator, and basically you could just use it to go underneath your eyes, and it's supposed to be really good for like puffy eyes and stuff like that, which is a problem that I have. I get like really bad, like not really circles, but more just like puffiness underneath my eyes, and this was almost like when you go in with the applicator, it is kind of like, it's kind of cold, so when you go in and it hits your skin, it almost like has like a painful kind of sensation. I don't know. I didn't like this, so I'm definitely not repurchasing it. The next thing that I have in here is another e.l.f. and Disney collaboration. This is the e.l.f. Belle Eyeshadow Compact. It has lots of eyeshadows in it. As you can see, I use pretty much all of them, and again, I just feel like these are colors that I have in lots and lots of other palettes, and I just didn't really pull for this that much. There was just nothing special about it, so I'm going to be trashing that. And then I went through a e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, which I absolutely love this to spray your brushes. You know, just to make your eyeshadows pop a little bit more, or you could use it for pigments as well. This is really, really bomb, and it's only like $2 at the drugstore. I absolutely love it. And the last thing that I have in here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. This is a sample that I got from Sephora. I absolutely love this, but I just cannot justify spending $22 on this full size. Like, it's amazing, but $22 for a brow gel is just like kind of steep. But I was watching Nikki's channel. I will link her YouTube below, and she was actually saying that Milani has a brow gel, and I was like, what? I've never seen that. So if I can't find it in my local CVS, I'll definitely go online and look for it and try that out, because I know that's gonna be way cheaper than the Anastasia one. But I mean, if you balling like that and you got $22 to spend on a brow gel, then do you, girl. It is a good brow gel, but I just can't justify spending that kind of money on a brow gel. So yeah, you guys, that completes all of my empty. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you liked it. If you have any requests for videos that you want to see in the future, definitely link those below. Definitely put those below in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys very soon in the next video. Bye, guys.